How you doing, everybody? It's John Laurinaitis Live with my show here, and we're going to get started here in a minute, but I just thought I'd show people, if you didn't see it already, this nice shirt my friend Joe Booney got for me for Christmas, all the way from Florida. Look at that, eh? What a good picture of him on there. What do you think of that logo? If you're not with me, you're horse's ass. I'll tell you right now. That's the way it goes. But anyway, all right. Got a few things to talk about. We're going to talk sports right away here. NFL Wild Card Weekend coming up Saturday and Sunday. This weekend coming up here anyway. There's 6 games, 3 on Saturday, 3 on Sunday. We'll go through these and I'll pick my picks. And that's just my opinion, but we'll see. Other people might pick different teams, but it should be interesting. These are the wild cards. To me, it's not any different than the playoffs. It's the same format. It's win or die. Whoever wins advances. And those who don't, well, they're done. So it'd be a tough season for some of these people because some of them are pretty deserving. But, I mean, there was a lot of good competition, especially late in the playoffs. Some of these teams really came around in the last few games. But anyway, I'm going to go over it now for Saturday's games. The Indianapolis Colts are playing the Buffalo Bills, and that's, I think, at around 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon on CBS. And I'm going to take the Bills. I just think they've been playing so good. They're just, I don't know. They're really good right now. I know the Colts are good too, but Bills, I think, are just that much better. They're all around good. They've become an all-around team. They really have. Strong defense and offense. So, I don't know. I'm taking the Bills on that one. I guess it's the LA Rams. I get confused now. There's so many teams out there. LA Rams versus Seattle Seahawks at 1:05 p.m. 1:05? No, I don't know if that's right or not. I don't know the time on that one. Anyway, don't matter. It's on Fox. I got 1:05 and 4:40. How can it be both? I think it's 1:05. Could be wrong. Anyway, that's the next game. It's either 1:05 or 4:40, but I would... No, it's got to be 4:40 because the other game's at 1. That's right. Sorry about that. All right. There you go. That's the middle game. And Tampa Bay Buccaneers against the Washington football team. A late game at 8:10 p.m. NBC. Well, I didn't go. Rams and Seahawks, I'll pick Seahawks. Now, Tampa Bay, I'm going to take Tampa Bay over Washington because Brady's doing unbelievable right now. He's playing at the top of his game just like he was back in the Patriots. And he's picked that team right off the floor and made them into a contender, so I think they can take it. I mean, Washington's all right. They're all right too, but I think Tampa Bay will take that one. So that's my picks. But those are the 3 games on Saturday. Now Sunday, there's 3 more games. So we got Baltimore Ravens versus Tennessee Titans. I'm going to take Baltimore Ravens on that one. Again, that's going to be a tough game. It could go either way, but Ravens, I don't know. They're pretty. Not much holes in them team. I'll tell you, they're good. Chicago Bears, second team against New Orleans Saints at 4:40 CBS. The Ravens game was at 1:05 on ABC. Now, I'm going to take Saints on that one. I think they'd be favored anyway over the Bears. But again, we'll see. It's going to be interesting. These teams got to play for their life because if they don't win, they're dropped right out of the system. So, and the last game I'm interested in is Cleveland Browns and the Pittsburgh Steelers, and 8:10 p.m. And I think the Steelers can pick that up. They're going to have Abram back. I think Watt's coming back. There's another lineman coming back. Plus Ben Roethlisberger will be playing. And I think if they got almost a full team healthy, except for 1 or 2 guys, I don't see why they can't take the Browns. They got to do it. Got to redeem themselves after the way they played in the late season where they had some bad games. And the one for the Browns, that was like a throwaway game. I don't know. They were resting Ben, but I don't know if they gained anything out of that or not. Really don't know. But I'll tell you, I'm looking forward to that one. I think they're going to take it. I want to see the Steelers keep going in the playoffs. They did have a good season overall, and I'd like to see them continue. But again, you never know what's going to happen. And teams step up in the playoffs because it's do or die. So there you go. All right, that's football for you. I don't know. What was I going to say? That's NFL. There's college ball. I'm not sure when the game is. I should know it, but I'm not sure where it is. If it's Monday. Alabama is playing Ohio State for the championship of college ball. Now, shit, I can't think of what day it's going to be. Is it this weekend or is it Monday? I don't know. They might be playing on a Monday. I don't know. Ron, do you know about that one? I don't know. I'm not sure. I just mentioned that because it should be a hell of a game because the Crimson Tide, they're probably favored, but I'm telling you, the Ohio State put a stomping on, they really stomped on Clemson there the last game, and Clemson was favored, I think, and Ohio State just killed them. So they advanced to that one against Alabama. Should be a good game. That's just the college final for the nation. Just throw that in there with the football as well. All right, off of football. NHL hockey's supposed to be starting on Tuesday the 13th, but I don't know what's happening now. The two teams that were going to play was Dallas. It's Dallas Stars and against Tampa Bay Lightning, which would be a great game, like last year's matchup for the final. And they were going to start off, but COVID got involved again, and 6 or 7 or 8 people from the team of the Dallas team, I believe, came down with COVID. And so they're not playing, so I don't know if they're going to throw someone else in there or what's going to happen. The league's going to have to move on that because otherwise they won't be starting that day. Kind of, COVID's just getting too much into the sports teams now. And because they don't know where they caught it, it could be at their stadium, could be at, here or there. They can't use that stadium either. So I don't know what's going to happen there. It'd be nice to get the hockey back. One more thing about hockey. We had recently, a lot of people aren't into it, but I got into this too. Joe Booney got me into the hockey. And the International Ice Hockey Federation had the World Juniors here just recently. I think it started on Boxing Day and it ran right through to I think it was Monday where they had the final. USA won the gold. They got the gold over Canada. They deserve it. Go USA! I'm telling you, they did really well. They kind of had a tough tournament, but they played the tougher competition overall during the tournament. So they were really raring to go, and they showed it. They just outworked Canada, and they got 2-0 lead, and then they won the game. So they got the gold medal. That was it. They won it fair and square. It was a good game, a clean game too, and very few penalties, but it was just a good game. And Canada had to settle for silver, but they've had lots of those over the years too. So that's all right. So that was a great tournament. So that was hockey. That was a hockey over our holiday break there. There's been so much sports. I can't hardly keep track of it all. It's just one thing after another. Football, hockey, and football, and around the bend. Anyway, that's all for sports. I don't have much else to report. I don't think there's much else. Oh, I was just going to report on one of the games on the football, the Rams-Seahawks game. The Rams quarterback, Jared Goff, I don't know if he's going to make it or not. He's got a broken thumb. He's questionable. So that would be a big downer if he can't play in the game against Seahawks on Saturday. But he's a good quarterback. So if he's out, that probably is, gives the Seahawks the edge right off the bat on that game. So other than that, I don't have anything else to report on that yet. That's it for sports as far as I know. We're going to get into here a little bit. I'm just going to get a little bit. I'm not going to get too involved in it, but with the politics of what's been going on in Washington lately, last couple of days, this, what do you want to call it, rally, demonstration, whatever you want to call it. We'll call it that. Got out of hand, and a few of these people, I don't know how many, but a minority of them broke into the Capitol building and created havoc and disrupted the meetings that were going on inside with the politicians and kind of drove them out, actually, and just took over, kind of held the, what do you want to call it, when they take over the place, that's a word for that. I forget what you call that, but they took it over. It was like a little coup they had, and it was just a few people, And it wasn't right, but they didn't give a damn. They did it anyway. So whatever. Made it look bad for the whole group as a whole because tried to blame President Trump for inciting this riot, but I'm sure he, as he says himself, he did not incite the riot. He didn't tell him to do that. He did support a demonstration, but he didn't support that destruction and violence of the mob. That was a mob rule that went inside and wrecked the place. You know, they did some damage and all that. So I don't know. He did a little speech himself shortly after, and what his take on it was. And it wasn't him that just said, "Oh, go ahead and do this damage." He didn't say that, but they're saying it's his fault. Well, only because the rally was behind him. But I mean, that's what they're going to do is blame him. But I mean, that's whatever. It's not right. A few thugs went in there. Again, same type of people that were involved in the Black Lives Matter, the rallies they had there, went too far. It's always a certain section of the people, small percentage that goes crazy, thinks they can just give them an opportunity to wreck stuff and act foolish, you know, and this was what happened again. And it's sad because it's never happened before. It's a first, but anyway, one thing's going to come out of it. They're going to beef up security for sure in that Capitol building because they should never have been able to get as far in as they did. In fact, one guy even got into Nancy Pelosi's office, sat in the chair like he owned it. Kind of comical, only from that angle because of, depending on what you think and what your politics are. From the Republican angle, it was kind of just comical that he went in there to do that, but I mean, he shouldn't have been in there. And these people are all on film, and they're going to get caught eventually. So there you go. I don't know what kind of charges you're going to get. At least you get is break and enter, but being as it's a Capitol building, there's probably as well as trespassing and whatever else they can throw at them. There'll be some jail time for some of these people, but they'll have to get rounded up eventually. But whatever, they thought they were, they were pushing their rights, and it's fine, I guess. But they went too far, so it wasn't very taken very well by anybody. And even Trump said it wasn't the right thing to do, and he did not tell them to actually go in there and do it. So the media just likes to crucify him, and he's on his way out, unfortunately, and it's the way it is. And the new administration's taking over, and we'll see what happens. But I think he's going to be just cooling off now and chilling and just, he did as much as he could. He still figures there's fraud and bad ballots, spoiled ballots, everything else. And the possibility is high there was some shenanigans went on because this election wasn't run properly. And this mail-in ballot was a complete flop. And they got to do something different next time because they don't need to have a repeat of any of this kind of, controversy that it could be fraudulent. You know what I mean? One way or the other. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in there. It was quite a crazy week. And life goes on, though, and we got to be safe. The COVID thing is bad. I just want to wish everyone a Happy New Year. Try to be safe. Try to do the right thing as much as possible as far as wearing the masks. I know they're no fun, but just wear them when you're out, when you have to be out amongst other people, if you're shopping or whatever, just for food, whatever, or that kind of thing. But other than that, try to keep away from people. And they got the vaccine going, and hopefully eventually they'll start to take some effect off of it. But it'll probably take another year. It'd probably take most of 2021 to get things under control. I hope they can get it under control and that the numbers will start to come down. Once they see that, I think it'll be good. And as many people as possible should take the shot. I know some don't want to take it. I don't think it's going to be mandatory, but it's up to the individual. But the healthcare workers and our first responders are going to have to take it anyway. They're going to be taking that because they need to have that because they're going to be dealing with people close up. So anyway, and I'd just like to say again, I appreciate it. I think most of the nation appreciates the great work of the first responders, nurses, doctors, medics, what do you call them? All your people, ambulance drivers, the police, the firemen, all the first responders that have worked a lot of extra time during this bad time. It's going to keep going on, but you can't say enough about these people. They're terrific people. And these are the people that are the true Americans. They stand up and they help the other people, and they're out there trying to save lives. So I just thought I'd shout out to them. And with that, I'm going to sign off from Lubbock, Texas. It's John Laurinaitis. And as well as I'm going to say is everyone have the best they can. Have a happy new year. Bye.